Luke, obviously this Iowa defense is very highly rated. Just when you watch them on film, what do you see from them?
Oh, they're a very well-coached team. They know their assignments and they execute them effectively. And I think they're top 20 defense and whatever the statistics may be. And they have good players that like to fly around and play hard. So it's going to be a great challenge for us this week. And I think we're preparing well coming off this bye week. And I think yesterday was probably one of the best practices we've had in my time here, off a bye week, and just banging and kind of hear the pads, which is kind of fun coming off a bye week, not being able to hit for a few days. So it was really enjoyable. So I think we're doing a great job preparing for them, and they're a great team. So we got to bring our best game.
What are the biggest things you feel like you guys were able to work on and improve over the bye week?
Just schematically things that we looked into, things we do a lot of, and how we can maybe switch things up and things like that. Like, that's always what a bye week is self-scout, is how to get yourself better, how every individually get better, and as a team get better.
You mentioned having the best practice you've seen coming out of a bye week. Is there a different level of focus maybe with this team than you've seen in past years?
Yeah, for sure. I think we have a lot of special people on this team this year. From a playing standpoint and a leadership and everything else, it's just everyone is so focused on our main goal, and at the end of the day, whatever we have to do, whatever we have to sacrifice to get there, it's been kind of extraordinary to kind of see everyone dial in and execute. Yes, of course. Coach Day mentioned it yesterday actually about how that year they went in at Iowa and lost that big game, and turnovers killed them and just not playing well. So for us, we know some coaches still have that bad taste in their mouth. So for us, we're trying to brush our teeth and kind of get it out of there. So
clearly a different team on this side. You guys have a lot of different players. Does it alert you a little bit that, hey, these upsets do happen?
Yeah.
I mean, even looking at last week in college football.
Yeah, I mean, you look at every week. Anybody can get beaten. What is it called? Any given Saturday. Anybody can get beaten. So if you're not bringing your A game and you're not coming to play, who knows when it's going to be your time. So for us, we know that. That's why we approach every week. I think I said earlier, maybe in the camp, it's like nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed right now. So for us, we really have to approach every week like it's our last week, because we know how precious every week can be. We've learned that last year, and I think this team really understands that. And I think for us, that's just a huge advantage to be able to play with.
Do you enjoy the idea of this week being kind of a measuring stick for how good you guys are as an offense?
Yeah, I think for us, we know how good we are. I mean, there's not really a measuring stick or anything you can compare. For us, we see what we can do every day in practice. So it's just about going out and executing.
Luke, I think maybe there's like one guy on this team who was on the roster in 2017. So can that still be motivation for all you guys, even though you weren't a part of that game?
Yeah, I mean, just because we weren't a part of it doesn't mean that people in this building still aren't affected by that game. So for us, it's just knowing what this game means. 2017, we lost. I mean, for us, it's just revenge. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you're a part of it or not. It's just still revenge. They still beat us. I mean, they probably have nobody on their team who was a part of that game. So it's just in our heads. Just anything that can get your blood boiling a little extra and kind of make you go a little harder.
You don't need a lot to get your blood boiling.
No.
Was this a game that you guys had circled on the calendar at the start of the season?
Iowa's a great team. It's a matchup game. They have great players, and for us, any game in the Big Ten and every week really is a big game. I mean, that's how I approach it. Every week's the Super Bowl, because you're not guaranteed anything more than the 12, and if you lose one, you're really not guaranteed anything. So for us, we try to approach it every week's a big week.
Especially with how stout their defense is playing this
year.
Seeing out of them, right?
Yeah, they're a good defense. They do a lot of good things. So they play tough, hard, and physical. So for us, just got to match that.
Have you guys approached practice in a way that you know that the defensive intensity on their side is going to be there, so you're trying to kind of approach things practice-wise, or is it just standard fare like any other practice?
Yeah, standard fare. Schematically just doing things to accommodate their defense, but for us, it's just the normal. We approach every week the same. It doesn't really matter who the defense is or what's going on. We try to approach it very physically and with mental toughness. So.
When you guys are entering a stretch like this, you're hoping for 7 games in 7 weeks. Just how do you make sure you kind of keep that competitive stamina going each week?
Like I said before, nothing's guaranteed. So for us, we know that how precious every one of these games are in this stretch. So, that's really all I need to say about that.
Luke, are you a guy
Got a couple guys waiting. Two more questions.
When you have a week off, do you still watch a lot of football?
Yeah, I think, like I said before, it's self-scout. So I'm watching myself. I buzz all the games, see what I did well, what I didn't do well, what I need to improve on. Like Coach Fry always talks about, what are your 3 forwards, 3 ups, what are you doing well, what do you need to improve. So for us, I think we take a great advantage of the bye week to be able to improve individually.
But you don't watch other stuff. Like you watch like the Alabama Tennessee game.
Oh yeah, I watch games on TV and stuff like that, but no, I watch a little bit of Iowa, but until game playing is really and the coaches know what we're about to do, it's kind of hard to kind of watch film without an idea of what we're running.